evening, everyone. How are we doing? Oh, Cal, thank you very much for the host, buddy. Much appreciated. How the devil are you? We are back. We're back with the pre-release tinkering. I thought we'd come back and do a little bit more on this today, as I quite enjoyed the our last little session on this. As mentioned, we're on the pre-release, so we're dealing with the jobs changes, and I've been doing a little bit of tinkering in my own time. Been doing a bit of debug tinkering and playing with some of the new tools, so I feel a little bit more comfortable about some of the things now. So I want to crack on today and get some plastic going and start making some cool stuff. That is the plan. So, can't remember what I've got laid out. I think we were digging this out. We built our tanks and polluted water storage last stream. We got our steam storage, slime storage and bleach stone storage. Doing better than me for those cycles. How's it going, Blue? You alright, buddy? BFK on and off for a bit making food. No worries, Mex. Enjoy your food, mate. See you in a bit. Yeah, I wanted to build a storage area. That's one of the things I wanted to do, which is why we're digging this out. So I'm going to leave them to crack on with this for a little bit. Priority-wise, I think we should be... We can do all this as like 7s, I think. All this can be 7. Make sure they've got a ladder, though. We'll put that up to an 8. Yeah, we've still got a bit of a ghetto power setup at the minute. Power being outside the base, but honestly, this is fine for now. We've got bedrooms for all of our dupes. We're at 12 dupes. I think we've disabled this now, so we shouldn't be taking any more just yet. We're still producing about enough oxygen for what we need at the moment, but I do want to do an electrolyzer build pretty soon as well. We're down to 3 tons of algae. So, how many dead? No, none dead yet, Torello. Touch wood. None dead yet. How are you, mate? You alright? Doing well, and I'm also half here. Ah, okay, Blue, no worries, buddy. So you've been playing a bit of this then? Like, just a little bit. Dip your feet in the water. Right. Now, the other thing I want to do is get rid of some of this polluted water that we've got down here. The only problem is, again, it's going to let a shitload of polluted oxygen into the base. Germs-wise... It's a wee bit germy. Oh, whilst I think on, let me move my camera up a little bit, because people were complaining about my camera being in the wrong place. Up we go. Something like that, maybe. I hope that's better. Yeah, so it's not too germy down here, but obviously digging up all this slime is going to create quite a few germs, you can see. It should be fine because we've got quite a bit of oxygen in the base. I just need to be a little bit careful how I do this. And I need to get the base capped off as well, ideally. I might cap the base off now so that we don't lose a load of oxygen for no reason. We may do that right now, in fact. Let's see. Let's cap it like here or something. Let's do this. Yeah, this can be the floor of the base, then we'll do external access through maybe a waterlock or something. Playing Subnautica, fuck lithium. Lithium's easy to get, buddy. Lithium's alright, mate. Played it since it came out, but it feels a lot slower. I haven't played since they changed it, though. Yeah, it's definitely changed the pace of the game. I like it, though, Blue. I do like it. I don't really know what we've got left to research. Is that all of our research done now? Oh, they've got rid of the no research assigned thing. So we don't have to deconstruct these. I normally deconstruct our research stations because it always has the pop-up saying no research task assigned or whatever it is. Well, that's nice. So now that that's gone, if I press L, we don't really need our research dudes anymore, do we? So it's Bert. Learning 22. Holy shit. So what else does Bert like to do? Oh shit. What else does Bert like to do? Can use supercomputers. I don't think we need a master researcher for anything. Somehow forgot. I got 4 diamonds before I got all the lithium I need. My eyes just don't see it. I see. The best place I found is near the gun turret on that island, mate. Come to the like skirt around the shore, follow the gun turret round, and then swim down where like the alien moon pool is. I found loads around there. Magnetite as well. I don't mind it slow, it's fine. It's the limit on jobs, etc., which kind of sucks. Yeah, the main thing people are getting pissed off about is the geyser changes, which is interesting. Right, now Bert's unassigned. What else does he want to do? He just wants to do science. What can we use his learning for? We'll unassign them from the scientist. Right, we'll leave him as he is. Will he go and take his hat off, I wonder? Or is he just unassigned now? He'll still remain a scientist, but he's unassigned, I wonder. Where's Bert? Where the fuck did he go? Oh wait. Oh, he has taken his hat off. Oh. What guys have changed? The 2, you only get 4 geysers now, basically, Max, as we were talking about the other night. So there's actually a thread by Rizu back in December explaining why it is. It's down to the points of interest in the base, in the world gen. So yeah, it's kind of proven now. So you definitely don't always get a chlorine geyser. If you've got 2 natural gas geysers, you've definitely not got a chlorine geyser. If you've got 1 natural gas geyser, you may well have a chlorine geyser somewhere. Yeah, that's basically it. We keep having food shortages. How are we doing temperature-wise? These resorts are starting to do some good work, so that's something. We should be alright for food. I do want to crack on with some different foods today than meal lace. But to begin with, I just want to finish doing this first. So, now that that's done... Oh, we need a place to dump our polluted water. Let me think. I'll just dump it over here for now. Honestly. So no change in output then, it's all fine here. Yeah, not that I've seen, Mex. It's just a number, basically. I'm just going to dump our shitty polluted water down here. And any polluted water that we do get that we mop up that's full of germs can go into this nice cold biome. Why not? I also want to get all this dug out. Like now. Because I don't want it there anymore. Okay, go for polluted water. We'll do you with a 7. Apologies, by the way, for being a little bit late to start tonight, but I was tinkering. My food ended up taking longer to cook than I thought, and then I received my little keypad thing. I might have mentioned on stream the other night, I bought a little numpad, and it's for tinkering with OBS. I want to be able to change scenes in OBS whilst I'm streaming without tabbing out my game, but I'm having a few problems with it. It isn't working how I had planned. Unless OBS is in focus, then it doesn't change the scene, which is a bit of a bugger. I found 2 water and 1 natural gas, and you can make a lot of natural gas from water. And yeah, of course you can. That's not what it's about, Mex. It's about the fact that we're now down to 4 geysers. There was uproar when we went down to 5. Now it's down to 4. The world just keeps getting smaller. keeps getting smaller. We're getting more and more content, but the world itself is getting smaller. Let's do a big dig here with a 6, by the way. Oh, and we'll get all this dug out as well. Once that's dug, we'll get all this dug out. I basically just want to get some of this abyssalite. We'll leave a little bit here to keep some of the cold in this biome. And yeah, we'll just basically start getting some building materials so we can expand the base down as well. And we'll just probably square it off here, and then the rest of the little buildings we'll do outside the base. Because why not, honestly? You can be dug away. You can be deconstructed. Have they shrunk the map? Yeah, XP. I think it has, Blue. It has. It's smaller every time, every release. Farm with less just needs more RNG in the game. I just think they should let you choose the size of your map at the beginning of the game. You know, when you choose your dupes, you should just be able to pick small, medium, large, you know, and get different presets. A 1000 by 1000 tile map, or a 250 by 250 size map, and then it'll just shrink the biomes to fit. I don't necessarily need loads more biomes. I'd like more diversity, but I don't need shitloads of biomes. I just want a bigger map. Avon, good evening, buddy. How are you? A giant. Yeah, well, for you, Max, you just like digging out the world. That would work for you, buddy. By the way, please let me know if my quality is a bit up and down tonight, because I'm actually recording while streaming tonight. Trying to do some different stuff for YouTube, so let me know if there's any problems with the stream. My CPU usage is a bit higher than normal, but other than that, I'm not dropping any frames, so let's see. You can make your own map size and add them as customs. Yeah, I know that, Blue. I know you can, buddy. And I've seen there's more mods and stuff starting to come out now as well, which is always cool. But it should be a feature of the game. To be honest, your quality is generally shit. Oh, you mean streaming quality? Thanks, XP. Thanks. Good to see you too, buddy. Good evening, son of a bitch. Making 1024, 1024 is not hard. Would you like the preset? No. You're missing my point, Max. I know I can do this already with mods. My point is, it should be in the game. You forget it was me that told you about this shit. Good, started a new game and all works good. Must have been a bug with stress. Nice, Haven. I did have a few things where I had to reload colonies a couple of times, Haven. People getting stuck in loops and stuff, you know. Lag? Oh, stream lag, sorry. Okay. Oh, I had a look at that Grind This Game preset map, by the way. Because Grind This Game has done a few, well, he's done a custom map. It doesn't look like my cup of tea, if I'm honest, because it's very much cookie cutter, you know where everything is, sort of thing. But it looks fun. If any of you want to have a look, there's a thread on the forums about it, and he's done a video on it as well of him playing the map, because people had asked him to play it. Yeah, challenge map. Yeah, that's the one. It could be fun for some of you folks. Let's dig out some of this wolframite whilst I think on. Because we are going to need some wolframite soon. Although this is a massive biome, there's not that much in it. There's weezeworts, obviously, but there's only a little bit of wolframite. Which sucks a little bit. Debating leaving a little cavity here. No, I'll do it over here. I'm going to need a pump at the bottom of the base to deal with my gas management, you know, getting chlorine where I want it and carbon dioxide out the base and things like that. Let's see, let's do all this as an 8. Well, this is already an 8. And we'll do this with a 7. Get rid of all that. before I do all this, actually, let us... This is going to take a little while because it's mostly Abyssite and I've only got 1 or 2 miners that can do it. So I'll give them some more building and digging jobs here and there. So we can crack on with that. We will do priority 7. We'll start doing this. Get this walled off. Here on a stream, the nullifier is nerfed now. Funnily enough, Mex, I was playing with that last night. In fact, I'll just quickly show you some of the tinkering I was doing. I was playing with the nullifier this morning, actually, it was. It sucks balls now. I don't know why. I'll show you a bit of my tinkering from debug. Big steam. Oh, Muggins, good evening, buddy. How are you? Won't play your tactics again. Had 2 dead from starvation early. Bad thing. 1 was my only miner. When it was 1 Abyssite tile to steam guys to give water to oxidizers, and that was completely off algae. Oh dear. Oh, that's not my fault though, Avon. Come on. I'm very well, thanks, Muggins. How are you, buddy? How's it going? Right. So, yeah, I did a little video on YouTube the other night. I don't know if any of you have watched it yet, but it's about the steam turbine. I wanted to have a bit of a play with the steam turbine. So I did a bit of tinkering with it and made like a working build for the steam turbine, which is pretty cool. It can be built in single player as well. I have done a bit of a tinker with it in single player, and you can do it really easy. The hardest bit is putting your gas in here, which is actually just a case of filling the room with some hydrogen, knocking out this tile when there's some oil above it, and the oil goes down and pushes the gas into the corner. It's pretty good. Pretty easy to do, and it seems to work solid. The only thing I've struggled with a little bit is efficiency of tepidizer. So 1 tepidizer can happily sustain sort of 3 turbines. It struggles a bit when it comes to more than that. So we are going to do some tinkering with this in this colony, I would think, because it's such a good power source. This is generating 2 kilowatts constantly, and it uses hardly any power, as you can see, with the tepidizer being mostly inactive, which is pretty sweet. And then I did a Big Daddy build over here as well, which was me seeing if I could make like a tower of them, which sort of works, but it's slightly intermittent. It sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. So you can see they're spinning up now, and they'll work for a little bit, and then they'll go under pressure and they'll turn off. And it's generating power, but it's broken. There was like little vents down the sides and stuff that I had, but then I filled it all in to see what happened if I just fully enclosed it. But this brings me to using a thermo nullifier. Originally I'd done this with like Wheezeworts, and I tried pumping water through my cooling chambers on the sides, and then I thought, fuck it, I'll use a thermo nullifier. I'm in debug, so why not give it a go? And it works. I've got quite a lot of hydrogen in here. I've got like 12 kilos of hydrogen. Just doesn't work very well. I could put some like temp shift plates around it, but it just doesn't seem to work all that well. The other thing I did was made a massive oxygen build, which was quite fun. I found a quite snazzy way of overpressurizing vents, which I like. So I might show that on the stream as well in a bit. But yeah, basically I just did a bit of debug tinkering. I was testing some things to see if they still worked. Tinkering with geysers to see if they still overheat and reach a point where they're not working anymore. And just basically having a bit of a play in debug. Playing with the new conveyor systems a little bit to try and figure them out, how they work. Using conveyors and smart batteries on coal gens. Really nice now, really works well. And that's about it really, just a bit of tinkering in my spare time. But this build works absolutely perfectly. Scaling it up to have 1 tepidizer for multiple machines does work, but you need to have it always on, which means the tepidizer is using more power. So like this is being managed by a smart battery that toggles it on and off. As soon as it's toggled off, the other rooms cool down too quickly, basically. You can see the change in the temp shift plate at the bottom. It goes from 114 from the metal plate, 114 degrees, and over here it's 99, which obviously isn't hot enough. It needs this to be a lot hotter, which obviously uses more power. But yeah, been doing a bit of tinkering. If you want to see this build, it is on the YouTube channel. You can also download the save file so you can see what the logic and stuff's doing behind it. It's dead simple. It is a bit of an exploit at the moment with the automation toggling the tepidizer on and off. But essentially, Where is my automation button? Oh, I can't do it because I'm not in debug. Essentially, this tepidizer's boiling the water. Simple as that. Did you try smart battery and hydrogen gens? Is it helping having less fertilizer makers? Didn't get to fertilizer makers because I didn't see it as a problem even, but it probably would mean you use less gas. Hydrogen gens, I don't know if hydrogen gens have automation. I've got no research on this because I was in debug when I was doing it. Let me build a hydrogen gen in our other world, in our other save. I don't know if they've got an automation switch on the hydrogen generator. I mean, you could do it with turning off the supply of hydrogen, but they sort of already do that themselves. Let's have a nosy. It's a very good question, though. I'd not thought about that. But with the coal generators, I've noticed that they basically don't need any temperature management, really. They sort of look after themselves. QWERTY, good evening. How are you? How's it going? What am I looking for? Hydrogen generator. Let's just build one here. Just have a look. That's a very good question, Avon. It would make sense to have a smart battery if it only works with coal. Yeah, but it stops instantly now. It doesn't keep burning the coal, Avon. So whereas before, the coal generator would keep consuming whatever coal was in its inventory, even if its storage was full. Now with the smart battery, you can turn it off completely. The smart battery toggles the coal gen off, so you don't waste any coal, which is really good. It's really nice. I'm absolutely starving. How are you this fine evening? I'm actually, I've literally just wolfed some food down my face, but didn't get to eat all my tea because I was running late. So I'm still a little bit hungry, but I'm okay, thank you very much. I did eat some food. So I'm sorry you're starving though. Can you not, if you've not got any food you can cook? Must have something you can eat. Right, let's get rid of you. And dig you. Right. It does have automation. It does have automation, so that would work.